やられたバイナリに従います。社交界の作法に溶け込みます。それで価値の器が満たされると信じてた。舞踏会に溢れた気遣い、その裏にあり余る思惑が重なり合って気づいたんだ。器の下は底抜けの状態だったんだ。
So first off, these factual opinions by me are always just that. They're just like, they're factual responses by me, but they are definitely opinions. So with that being said, I think this might be the best ED of the season so far. During episode 1, I think I just automatically paused or skipped the ED, or it didn't play. I don't know. I have to go back to episode 1, but I listened to the whole entire ED this season. Not only is the animation work, the actual, like, what you're seeing, the visuals of the ED really solid and really well animated and really kind of give you insight into what you're watching, but the ED just an absolute bop. It's like, dude. I was like, oh, let's go. I was like, oh, let's go. It's good. So I know, I was like, yo, this might be the best ED of the season. Now, of course, you know, as My Hero rolls out, as Bleach rolls out, as Spy Family rolls out, I'm sure one of them will end up taking the mantle for best ED of the season. But so far, based on the anime I've watched so far, which is like the Sword anime, the Farming anime, and the Villainess anime so far, it's kind of what's premiered for the fall season so far. We had those 3 animes kind of premiere already. This is definitely the best one out of those 3 as far as the EDs. I was like, I didn't realize it was such a bop when I first heard it, or the first time, or I might have just completely missed it, like I said. Okay, so let's talk about this episode, because wow. I talked last week a lot about this one, and I think this is like my standout gem of the season. Like, I think I've never really expressed so far that, like, My Villainess, like the All Routes Lead to Doom, is one of my favorite anime. I think season 2 wasn't as good as season 1. Season 1's like one of the best seasons of anime, in my opinion. It's like easily top 30 anime for me of all time. Season 1 I absolutely love, absolutely adore. I think season 2 was good. I don't think it was like great. I think the season 1 of My Villainess was great. I think season 2 was good. With that being said, I'm thinking this anime here, this Villainous anime, like it is proving to have everything that I absolutely freaking love and adore. And this episode, like, the reason even more so than that was this episode felt so quick. Like, even I was like absolutely, like, when it ended with Cedric, I was absolutely surprised that it ended. I was like, holy crap, was that it? And mentioning Cedric right there, I have to mention to you right now is, yo, Cedric is a piece of shit, okay? Like, this dude is more of a villain than the actual villains. Like, the Demon Lord is more, like, the weather is controlled by his emotions, right? But he's more sentimental and more caring and more loving, and he takes care of the demons in his domain, right? He's more of a prince than the prince himself. And I was like, yo, Cedric dude's a piece of crap. But the way the episode ended, right? Like, I honestly think this Cedric dude has been sending this AILEEN girl these letters pretending to be our girl, right? Like, I think that he's been pretending to be her to try and get this AILEEN girl to absolutely, like, hate our main character. Like, it's just been like, it's just like super duper duper like evident to me that that he's trying to get everybody to turn on Irene. And I think that this is just absolutely like the case here, because like he's like a piece of crap, and I've just kind of seen this, like, I feel it in my jellies, you know what I mean? Like, I feel it in my bones, I feel it in my jellies that he's kind of the one that's like orchestrating all of this stuff. Like, it just has to be the case. Like, he is just a piece of crap. So at this point, so, or not AILEEN, I'm sorry, Lilia. So I keep saying AILEEN. AILEEN's our main character, Lilia. So I think that Cedric is trying to frame AILEEN in all these letters to Lilia. That way he can A, seem like the hero, and B, that way that he can kind of further push AILEEN into a corner. But the rest of the episode, though, like, was really good. So, you know, obviously, AILEEN had a meeting with her dad. She was like, okay, dad was like, yo, figure this shit out. Like, you got 2 months to figure this out. You got to, like, Cedric took away everything, and you got to get it back. So, you know, what she did is she's going to go work with Claude, and she's going to fix his domain, fix his castle. She's going to begin doing crops and farmland to begin getting income. Then she uses her other people, which were Jasper, Quartz, Ruck, Donnie, and I think there was like one more guy that I forgot the name of. But essentially, she had a bunch of different underlings before, that she used to use, to have her pharmaceutical business, to have her crop business and stuff like that. And now on top of her prior staff, she now has additional resources, right? Like all the demons in the domain. She has 𝐿EEN, she has 𝐒𝐻𝐵𝐿 on her, or 𝐒𝐻𝐵𝐿, I don't know what the hell is the game. But she has 𝐒𝐻𝐵𝐿 on her side now. She has 𝐜𝐡𝐚𝐧𝐧𝐞𝐥 on her side. And obviously she has Claude backing her too. So she's going to use all of that, all of those resources to kind of like have the next 2 months to like really like bump up his domain, bump up his castle, fix his castle, get some crops, get some pharmaceuticals, which involve getting like, makeup and stuff. That way she can begin, turning over profits and income. That way when it comes to calling off the engagement officially, she can like just say, F you, dude, and transfer right over. So I love that a lot. So she hired all of her friends to fix it. We see her getting really, really close to all the demons, which is good because if she's going to be the second in command to the Demon Lord, she needs to have a really good relationship with all the demons there. And I think 𝐿EEN is definitely her catalyst for 𝐿EEN is definitely her catalyst for like, getting close to like all the demons and everything. And I think that is like really, really cool. And she's been using like sweets and pies and things like to get the demons kind of to do what her bidding is. So I think that was really cool to see as well. And then the last kind of thing I want to touch base on is I love that slowly Claude is kind of falling for AILEEN as the kind of episodes begin to progress. So I think him falling in love with her is very evident. He got jealous this episode because all of her mates, all of her underlings were males. So he got kind of jealous. The weather responded to that. And then at the end of the episode, he said a very crucial line that I wrote down. He said, "I want to spoil you rotten and ruin you." And I was like, oh my God, dude, like calm the F down. And AILEEN was like, Jesus, like she was like, I don't know how to handle that. So I love that his affection for AILEEN is growing episode after episode. So I like seeing this kind of trajectory that we're on. But now, next episode, we got to squash this Cedric stuff. We got to squash this Lilia stuff and kind of move forward from it. So I'm excited for what comes next. But overall, I think this anime is just like an absolute gem. I think this is perfect, shoujo type of isekai romance anime, and it is funny, it's hilarious, I laugh a lot. I love AILEEN's expressions, I love Claude's expressions, I love kind of the supporting characters. I think it's just awesome, and I'm personally having a great time. So far this season, in the fall, this is like my favorite new anime of the fall so far. I don't know if anything's gonna dismantle this one. Again, like I said, this season we have anime like My Hero launched today, we have Bleach, we have you have Spy Family coming back. Although I think some of those continuing anime may kind of take the mantle of number one for me at the end of the day. Something that's like, okay, what did I enjoy the most this season? I think one of them might take number one, especially Bleach. I've been waiting like 12 years for Bleach to return, whatever the hell it was. So I mean, that might take the mantle, but at the end of the day, I think this is the best new anime so far. Let me know what you guys thought about this episode. Let me know what you think about Claude and his growing affection. Let me know what you think about AILEEN and the way she's kind of handling things. Let me know what you think about this Lilia situation and whatever color that you want to provide in the comments. Let's talk about it. But as always, I appreciate you guys being here for another week of the Villainess anime, and I'll see you guys next Saturday. Deuce, deuce. Peace out, my friends.